Hi there, this is Marc Ebinger, executive producer of Essential Oil Television and co-founder of the Oily Family team. In this video, I'm going to be going through the basics of essential oils in 30 minutes, and we're starting right now. Before I get into the presentation, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been married to Jennifer since 1988. We have one daughter named Brooke, and I am prior U.S. Air Force and a retired police officer from the city of San Antonio. So my wife was diagnosed with a serious health condition back in 2010, and we were introduced, along our health journey, we were introduced to essential oils in 2012. And now, because of the results and just the exciting, really what essential oils bring for people, it's a responsibility that we take very seriously about sharing this message with as many people as we can share it with. So we're excited that you are here today to take a look at this video and learn what essential oils are all about. A couple of questions I'm going to be answering here is some of the basics, like what are essential oils, why are they important, and then of course how we can use them. Just keep in mind, this is if you're new to essential oils, this is like you're just sticking your toe in the water. There's so much more to learn, and this is kind of a first step along your journey. Just a quick disclaimer, because essential oils are very, very powerful, and we don't want to kind of mix the idea of essential oils and medicine and all of that. I'm going to come up with a disclaimer here that I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to be making any claims here that essential oils can be used to diagnose, treat, or cure any medical condition. When posting comments, please do not ask for, mention medical claims or ask for, help with medical issues or for medical advice. I'm not allowed to answer those types of questions. So what I can say, though, is that essential oils can be used to support our body systems. Essential oils are incredibly good for us, and there are a ton of awesome resources out there that you can get access to. Everybody has a phone. There's apps out there that can help us. There's books, and then of course there's tons of online resources for people that are struggling with issues that they want to go and seek that information out for themselves. So starting with the basics, what are essential oils? So essential oils are the most powerful part of the plant, okay? When you take a cinnamon tree, for example, and we smell that fragrance, that is the essential oil that we're smelling, okay? If we taste cinnamon bark, that is the essential oil that's giving it that flavor. So essential oils are the aroma and flavor part of the plant. Some of the benefits that essential oils bring for plants is that they can repel or attract insects. For example, honeybees like the smell of lavender, so they will be drawn to lavender plants, and that's very, very beneficial for the plant. It's also beneficial for the bee. Now, plants like citronella will repel, or lemongrass as well, will repel insects, certain types of insects, right? And that's also beneficial for the plant. For the plant also, essential oils that are within, it's called the lifeblood of the plant, right? Also help the plant with killing viruses, bacteria, and fungus. It's important to remember that when a plant gets sick, it can't like go down to the clinic and get some help. It has to be able to sustain itself there. So even like if an animal walks by and breaks part of the plant off, the plant will then excrete some kind of milky substance or pitch, and in that is essential oils that help with fighting bacteria, fungus, and mold and all of that, and then it helps the plant heal itself. So pretty cool things that essential oils can do for the plant. Now, essential oils are not new. They have been around for all of recorded history. They've been found in ancient Egypt, Chinese medicine, ancient Persia, ancient Middle East, and then I have down here King Tut's tomb. So pretty interesting little factoid that when King Tut's tomb was opened up, spikenard was found in there, and it was still very, very aromatic. And of course, that's extremely old. And of course, essential oils are also found in the Bible. There's over 1,100 references to aromatics in the Bible. And then of course, Jesus was anointed with spikenard before he was crucified, and then the aromatics of, or the essential oils of myrrh and aloes after his death and when he was being buried. So these are aromatics we can still use today. So it's kind of cool. Mixing scripture with aromatics is a very, very awesome experience. Just as a side note, I do teach an Essential Oils of the Bible class. It is online on my YouTube channel, and you can find it there. It's a whole series. So how do we get essential oils? So there's plenty of methods, but there's two of the most common methods are steam distillation and cold pressing. So an example of steam distillation, like you see in a picture there, those are black spruce chips. They chip the whole tree, and then they put it into a giant vat and they steam it. And the steam carries away the aromatics of the plant, the oils of the plant, into a separator, and then the oil floats on top and then the water on bottom, and then they just skim off the oil, and that's how we get the oil from the plant. Now, cold pressing is just from the rind of the fruit, okay, such as lemon or orange or lime. Those are examples of just the rind of the fruit that is used. A couple of interesting factoids about essential oils. It takes a lot of plant material to produce essential oil. So for example, it takes about 220 pounds of lavender plant material, right, which is just the tops of the plant, to make about 7 pounds of lavender essential oil. Now, jasmine flowers, oh my gosh, the jasmine is one of the most expensive oils, if not the most expensive oil on earth, because it takes about 8 million hand-picked blossoms to produce just over 2 pounds of essential oil. Jasmine is an amazing oil, and it's popular in a lot of blends, and of course popular in the perfume industry. Sandalwood trees have to be at least 30 years old and 30 feet high before it can be cut down for distillation. And they just use the heartwood part of the tree for distillation. So just some interesting factoids. All that to really say that it takes a lot of plant material to produce essential oils. That's what makes them valuable. Not all essential oils are equal. So if you go down to the corner store and you're purchasing essential oils, you get a big old bottle of it for just a few bucks. Chances are pretty good that that's going to be basically, aromatic water. That's kind of the runoff stuff used to produce essential oils. It's going to be very, very weak, or it may not even contain real essential oil at all. There's varying grades. They're not regulated here in the United States, so you need a very, very small amount of actual essential oil in a bottle of pure essential oil in order for it to be called pure essential oil. So with Young Living, which is the company that we use in our family, that one is grade A, or the highest grade essential oil you can, which has therapeutic benefits for the body. So your lesser ones that contain synthetics or just a very, very low amount of essential oil are not really going to do a whole lot therapeutic wise for the body. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. The most common ways to use essential oils are internal, topical, and aromatic. Probably the most common is going to be aromatic. So internal use, very, very simple. You can put a drop of essential oil directly into your mouth. Now, if you're going to do that, certainly you want to make sure that it is a high-grade essential oil and that it's safe for internal use. With Young Living, we have oils that are specifically labeled for internal use, okay? So they're safe to use internally. Now, topical use, very, very simple. There's what they call neat use, or you can mix it with a carrier oil. So neat use is when you apply the essential oil directly to the skin without a carrier oil and then massage it into the skin itself. Otherwise, you can use a carrier oil such as olive oil or jojoba oil or coconut oil, very, very popular coconut oil to use with essential oils to cover a larger area of the skin when you're putting it on, especially like muscle massage and stuff like that. Aromatic use is very, very popular. It's also a very powerful way to experience essential oils. And you get a high quality diffuser such as the one pictured in here in this presentation. And it puts you need about just a few drops of essential oil, and it puts it into the air, and you can enjoy the aromatics for a very, very long time. So these are three of the most common ways to use internal, topical, and aromatic. So why would we use essential oils? Other than the pleasant fragrance of the oils, maybe to flavor food and drink. A lot of people use lemon essential oil, for example, or orange essential oil in their water to help get that into their body and kind of support the body's natural detox pathways. Lime essential oil is another really good one for that. But we use them also to support our body systems. And essential oils will support every system in our body, including the endocrine system, and they have an effect on our emotions. They really have a calming effect. There's so many studies out there that you can go out and search to see what kind of stuff essential oils do for the mind and the body. They're extremely high in antioxidants, and something to remember here is that with respect to essential oils is that they are fat-soluble antioxidants as opposed to just the water-soluble antioxidants that we find so common in our supplements that we take today. So very powerful for the emotions, and also very powerful for our environment. Essential oils have a powerful effect on our environment, such as the air and then surfaces and stuff like that. So do a little bit of research on your own about how they can improve the quality of our environment. So some basic safety guidelines with respect to using essential oils. Most citrus oils are photosensitive. Now remember that citrus oils are obtained by cold pressing the rind of the fruit. So, and remember the rind of the fruit is used to ripen the fruit, right? Sunlight and then ripening the fruit. So when you use citrus oils on your skin, you'll want to keep that area from being exposed to the direct sunlight for, a few hours, maybe even like a day after the application of the oil on the skin. So if you're brand new to trying a particular essential oil, you may want to do a skin patch test, which is just pick an area of the body that's not real sensitive, apply some essential oil and just monitor that. I think I have a video on my channel about doing a skin patch test that might be useful for you as well. You can use a carrier oil when just starting out using using essential oils, especially when using essential oils on pets and also on kids, okay? You never want to drop essential oils directly into your ears. I have done this myself and it was painful. Don't do that. And then keep them away from your eyes because your eyes are another sensitive spot. A quick tip on that is if you do get essential oil, your eyes do become sensitive to it, you're having a reaction, you can take a carrier oil such as coconut oil and you can rub it around the eye and allow it to draw that essential oil away from the eyeball itself. It'll reduce the discomfort, okay? Another good tip is if you are using essential oils regularly, you can rotate them out just to, avoid becoming desensitized to the oil. Your body's, using the same oil over and over again. It's good to mix it up a little bit. And then always use essential oils according to their labeling. There's a lot of essential oils out there that people are using. They're taking them maybe internally when the label clearly says don't take internally. So just keep an eye on that kind of stuff, okay? I'm going to be going through some of the most commonly used essential oils. There are a lot more. The ones that I'm going to be covering are made available in Young Living's starter kit. We'll get to that a little bit later, but the reason they're in that starter kit is because they're the ones that people purchase the most often when they're starting out with essential oils. So we're going to go through a few of those. And the first one is peppermint. Now, peppermint is extremely powerful oil. You need very little of this in order to have a powerful effect on the body. So it's really good for respiratory and digestive support, of course. It has been used for a very long time to support a good healthy digestion and respiratory. It has a high menthol concentration, and if you look up menthol, it's used in a lot of over-the-counter products. Matter of fact, Young Living has a pain cream in which contains menthol in it from our peppermint as well. Peppermint's very good for focus and alert. Just take a drop of that, put it on the skin, and it really just kind of makes people, whoa, kind of picks them up a little bit, increases alertness. It has a lot of antioxidants, and again, like I talked earlier, it's a fat-soluble antioxidant, very powerful. Some of the ways you can use it, very popular, and make a tea out of it. You just take a little tiny bit, like less than a drop. And if you don't know how to get less than a drop, it's very simple. You just take a toothpick and put it in the bottle and you stir the water, and that would be plenty to make a nice peppermint tea. You can apply it directly to the area of concern. You can use a carrier oil or not, however you want to do it. And then of course you can diffuse it. And peppermint is very, very popular with mixing with certain, other oils such as citrus oils when you're diffusing. Very, very popular that way to create a nice aromatic experience for folks. Another one of the most popular essential oils, and I'm sure you've heard of it, is lavender. So this is really, really good for the skin. It's also good for the respiratory system, and it has been widely studied for like emotional and calming support. Just absolutely amazing. Spend a little bit of time doing research on that, and it'll blow your mind. Some of the most common ways to use it, again, is topically, and then also aromatically, diffusing it. Very, very popular. Some DIY stuff that people do, such as using lavender to make sugar scrubs for their body, doing a linen spray, which is mixing with water and spraying down linens, lightly spraying them down and letting that aromatic take hold of the sheets and just enjoying that experience when you're going to bed. Very, very popular. Frankincense, of course. This is another really popular one. Very, very good for emotional support, calming. It's good for prayer time, especially reading scripture. This would be a very, very good one to either apply to the wrists, inhale, or diffuse it. It's great for the skin. I know my wife uses this every day. She puts it on her skin. Absolutely, she loves it, wouldn't want to be without it. It's also very, very good for the immune system and the respiratory system. Now, the picture there is the topical version of frankincense. If you're going to be taking it for body system support, you want to make sure and use the vitality oil, because that's one that is labeled for internal use. So common ways to use it, again, topical, aromatic, very, very popular. Lemon essential oil. This is another one that's really popular. Some really interesting ways to use it. So it's high in limonene. It promotes healthy circulation in the body and digestive support. This is an oil that is found in Young Living's Ningxia Red, which is a superfruit drink. Unlike, it's not so much a drink, it's not like a juice, right? It's more of a puree because it has the whole wolfberry in it. It's a very unique superfruit drink. I highly recommend it. It is infused with 4 different citrus essential oils, which makes it not only a high in water-soluble antioxidants because of the fruit juices, but also high in fat-soluble antioxidants because of the essential oils. It is a unique product and highly recommend it. We drink it in our family every day. Some of the ways you can use lemon essential oil, you can apply it topically to an area. Again, keep in mind the photosensitivity about going out in the daylight. You can add it to water. This is very, very popular. People will just add a drop to their glass of water. If you're going to do that, I definitely recommend using glass or stainless steel, avoiding plastics, because lemon essential oil is notorious for breaking down plastics, which is awesome, but it can be frustrating if you're using plastic bottles and such. You don't want that happening. So I'm going to talk, those were single oils I was talking about. I'm going to talk about a couple of the blends that are the most popular ones within essential oil circles. Thieves Blend, super popular. I have a great video on my YouTube channel where the founder of Young Living, Gary Young, actually talks about the story of how he came up with this. He was inspired to create this formula for Thieves. It's an awesome story. But it has cinnamon, clove, lemon, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary in it. So it's a blend. Very, very good for the immune system. Huge for the immune system. It's also great for our environment. And Thieves is also like the foundational essential oil blend that is used in a lot of the cleaning products that Young Living puts out. So that's another interesting thing to pay attention to. Some of the ways you can use Thieves, you can apply it topically to the desired area. Now keep in mind it is a spicy oil, so it may create a little bit of sensitivity to the skin. If you're going to do that, I would recommend starting on the bottoms of the feet, and you can dilute it with a carrier oil if that's your preference. You can take Thieves essential oil, if it's the vitality oil, you can take it in a capsule to help support the immune system, the respiratory system, so forth. And of course, you can drop it directly into the mouth. It is going to be spicy, but it's enjoyable. That's one of the ways that I take it as well. So Thieves Blend, super popular. Another one that is off the charts popular is Young Living's Digest Blend. Okay, this is a blend of tarragon, ginger, peppermint, fennel, anise, patchouli, and lemongrass. It is a must-have to support the digestive system. People that use this oil, are, especially if they don't know about it, are completely blown away about how powerful and effective that it is. Some of the ways you can use Digize is simply apply it topically to a particular area that you want to support, or add it to water. You can also take it directly into the mouth, and you can put it in capsules. It all just, another way to do is add it to water and drink it. So that's a very popular way with supporting the digestive system, okay? So just some great ways to use it. That's a huge oil, very, very popular. Another very popular one, this is more for like for muscles and so forth, is Panaway blend. Now this is wintergreen, peppermint, clove, and helichrysum. I definitely recommend that you spend a little bit of time looking up those essential oils so you can see how powerful they are to really, they're powerful and effective they are for the body. So that helps promote healthy circulation and muscles, of course. You can apply it topically to the area. You can also diffuse it. It has a wonderful aroma. And so I like to use it like before or after working out. It just depends on my needs at the particular time. Just some ways to use that. So I'm going to get into some testimonials now about some of the people that we've helped, get started with essential oils, and they've been using them for a while. They're going to tell you a little bit about their experience. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Finley. I'm a homeschool mom of my 4 children, and we've been oiling for about 7 years. So recently we took a trip down to the Caribbean. One day we went snorkeling, and when we got out, my 12-year-old daughter had a golf ball size irritation, what we think was from a jellyfish. So we go back up to her room, and I had purification and lavender. So I put purification on first, and then I layered that with lavender. And almost immediately the discomfort vanished. Within the hour, the whole irritation, excuse me, was completely gone. It completely disappeared. I was honestly shocked about how quick that actually happened. A side note, for the purification, we are a pretty outdoorsy family. So we always have this when we go outside. Also lavender and peppermint. So when we go outside, when we go camping, that really helps to keep the annoyances out of our tent, away from crawling inside of our clothing, so that we can actually enjoy the outdoors. Thanks for letting me share my testimony.
Hey guys, Nikki Holland here. I'm coming to you from San Antonio, Texas, and I wanted to talk to you today about a testimony that I have with Young Living Essential Oils. It started about 2.5 years ago when my young daughter was battling a skin condition that had us going to the doctor regularly, and we would get steroid creams. And I was tired of putting those steroid creams on my little child. So I looked for something natural. My research led me to Young Living Essential Oils. And after about 3 weeks of trial and error, of going through what worked, what didn't, I finally found the perfect combination for her. I'm happy to say that she no longer has this skin condition on a regular basis. This kid used to break out with these red patches every 4 to 5 days. Now she has breakouts about 3 or 4 times a year. So it's amazing. I love them. I will continue to use them on my children and on myself. And that's my testimony. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.
Hi, my name is Connie Ebinger, and I wanted to tell you how I use peppermint oil. It's my favorite oil. I wouldn't be without it. I carry some in my purse and, of course, have it at home. So some ways that I use it are when sometimes if I have discomfort in my head, I will just take a drop. It's very potent, so I just take a drop and put it across my forehead and on my temples, so that will help that. If I have an upset stomach, I'll put it on a drop in my palm and put it on my stomach, rub it right on. Also, what's really good for that is put a drop in a glass of water and drink it. It's just very mild, but is really soothing to my stomach. Also, I live in a really hot place where it gets like 118 degrees, and when it's really hot, to just put a drop on my palm and rub it on the back of my neck. Any little air that hits that just as instant cooling, or also on my wrists would work well also. And then one other way I use it is if I'm feeling a little bit sinus discomfort, or there's things in the air or whatever that I'm just feeling kind of stuffy or congested or whatever. I'll make a wellness tea, which is a drop of thieves, the Vitality Thieves oil, lemon oil, and peppermint oil, and then just put that in some warm water, and that just really instantly opens up my sinuses and makes it easier to breathe. So those are some great ways that I use peppermint oil.
Now I'm going to tell you how you can get these awesome essential oils and save a ton of money. Young Living's premium starter kit only costs $160, which is a very, very small investment in yourself and your family, which gets a ton of benefit. You get 11 bottles of essential oil, a diffuser, 2 packets of the Young Living's Nincture Red Superfruit drink, which was awesome, and you get a packet of their Thieves Household Cleaner Concentrate, so you can try all of that out. Again, 11 bottles of essential oil, which is a ton of value. And speaking of value, 1 bottle of essential oil will get you approximately 50 topical applications, because you only need like you need about 2 drops to do a topical application. Some of them you just need 1, and there's about 100 drops in a bottle of essential oil. Now, if you're diffusing it, you're going to get about 300 hours, maybe more, out of 1 bottle, 300 hours of diffusing out of 1 bottle of essential oil. That's approximate, but that's a lot of hours of diffusing. Now multiply that times the 11 bottles of essential oil that you're getting, and you're getting a ton of usage for only $160. Now, for those of you who are money conscious and budget conscious, you'll find that once you start using essential oils, you're going to love them, and they're super easy to talk about. When you experience DiGize and how awesome it is for the digestive system, you're going to talk to folks about that. When you experience peppermint, when you experience frankincense, lavender, on and on and on, your kids start experiencing, you have results with your pets, you're cleaning your home with this stuff, which is a plant-based cleaning. It's super safe for even your kids to use. You're going to talk about this stuff with folks. And when they want to get started with Young Living essential oils, they're going to need your distributor number in order to get started, and Young Living will then pay you for sharing that with them. That is just too cool. And that creates huge, I mean, how much are you saving then? I mean, for us, we make a lot more than we pay for our products every month, right? So it's like we have money for other things now. I used to work a ton of overtime before I retired. Young Living was able to replace all of that, so I didn't have to be gone from my family so much. We just did what comes naturally, and that's share things with people, and we created a nice income for us. Nice thing about when you guys do this, if you purchase a kit and if you share, if and when you share with folks, we actually help you with all of that. So what I want to do is I want to just share with you a couple of people who have actually, they started the same way. They started using essential oils, had results, and started sharing them. And now they're going to tell you a little bit about their story. I'm going to go ahead and roll that.
Hey guys, Nikki Holland here from San Antonio. I'm just going to give you a quick testimony about the Young Living business that I chose to start a few months ago. I've been using their products for a little over 2.5 years. I've been sharing their products with everyone I know because I use them and I absolutely love them, and I have amazing results. I decided to choose the business because of the team. The people that got me started, they are amazing. They are always here for me. There's a community of us, and we can come together, we can talk, we can give our testimonies, and we can just be ourselves and let everybody know how amazing these oils are. The business side of it has been a wonderful thing for me. It has helped me build my confidence. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I love being around these people. So if you're interested in the business, I suggest you get started because it is an amazing place.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Finley, and I just wanted to give a little quick testimony about Marc and Jennifer and the Oily Family team. So Marc and Jennifer always give 150%. I've never seen anything less from them, and I'm really grateful for their investment into my personal growth and the growth of my team. They are always enthusiastic. about the future of my success, and are always in contact with me, holding me accountable to my personal goals and my personal commitments. And the fact that they run one of the top YouTube channels for essential oils in the world is a super huge bonus. Thank you for letting me share my testimony.
Hi, everybody. My name is Connie Ebinger. I live in Redding, California, and I've been using Young Living products for the last 6 years, and I love the products. I use them a lot of the products, and I really like them. One thing I'm really excited about is this year I'm going to convention for the first time. It's next month, and for a couple of years, Mark and Jenny have been trying to convince me to go or encouraging me to go, and this will be my first time. So I'm very excited to see that, especially the farm and all the workings, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. So one thing great is that the team that I'm on, it is far reaching. I live 2,500 miles away from my sponsors, and the team, they put together a lot of online things. So we have online classes, DIY stuff, hacks, the different team members doing videos on different products and different things like that. We have a roundtable that's been just started up not too long ago, and that is fantastic because I can actually see these people and interact with them, and we share information. And it's really great. So it doesn't matter where you live. You can live in the middle of nowhere, and as long as you can get on the internet, you can connect to this community. So get with your sponsor if you're interested in doing this and are interested in the products, and have a good time with it. I sure am. Okay, have a good day, and I hope this has helped you.
I love hearing stories about how people are helping other families get started with essential oils. And it's because when we have the results that we have, it's like we have to talk about them with folks. So let me encourage you guys to go ahead and get started today. Make that investment in your health. Get those 11 awesome bottles of essential oil into your house with the diffuser and some of the other products, and just start experiencing that. It is amazing, life-changing event that you're about to take part in. So when you get started, there is lots of help coming your way. We have, because you'll be part of our community, we have personal coaching and training that's available. We have huge community support. We have events going on all the time where we get people together, whether it's online or in person, and we talk about how the essential oils are really helping us and our families, and we share that. It's a very, very powerful thing to be a part of. We have local and online events. I have people all over the world that are part of our group, and they join online, and we all talk to each other and benefit. And we also have a huge social media presence on Facebook and YouTube. So there's just a ton of resources that are available to you. I encourage you to get back with a person who was kind enough to send you this video. Let them know, hey, I saw the video, I liked what I saw, and I'm ready to get started. I want to encourage you guys, I want to thank you for watching this video, and then I also want to encourage you to plug yourself into our YouTube channel. Whether you're a member of our community or not, everybody has access to our YouTube channel. So go to oilyfamily.tv or Essential Oil Television. You can search that out, find us, subscribe to the channel so you can keep learning. Again, thank you very much for watching this video. You guys have a great day and have a great week. We'll see you in the next video.